Okay, I think I'm live. This is my first YouTube live. So bear with me while I get the tech sorted. Anyway, I'm going to keep this short. My name is Kathy Topping, if you're new to me, and I'm a copywriter and copy coach. And I help online businesses to write words that sell. And what I'm talking about in today's stream is about using AI tools like ChatGPT to help you with your email marketing campaign. Been creating a program, been really doing a deep dive into this. Created a framework that just works. And so I just want to go through it with you at a high level to help you kind of understand, hopefully, how this works and how you might be able to do it for yourself. So I've got it down to, I think, 3 kind of main steps, because it's all about layering things on top of each other. The first thing, so remember, we're talking about email marketing. So the first thing you want to get clear on is your strategic email marketing campaigns. So forget AI for a second. You've got to think about if you're running a campaign, if you're writing a sequence, an email sequence, what are you trying to get out of it? And there's lots of different approaches you can take. So really quickly, you could use email to launch a new beta program or a beta service, something new. You can use it to set up an evergreen sequence that if you sell like a low ticket front end offer to your high ticket, you can create a sequence that runs on evergreen, and then you focus just on bringing people in at that top end. Something similar you can do for your freebies. You can run a flash sale. There's lots of different ways that you can use email, and by being strategic and clever about it, it means that you can have all these different things going on behind the scenes. You can run them, and then you can use them again later. So it's a really powerful way to kind of do the work once and then get your email marketing software to work for you behind the scenes to kind of help you make sales over and over again content, which is why I love email. So anyway, step 1 is getting clear on that. So let's say you're picking something you want to create, a campaign that you want to run. So let's say we're going to do a flash sale. You've got a product and you're going to put it on 60 days. So once you've got that in mind, once you've got that sort of bedded down, the next step is to use proven copywriting framework. So again, we're forgetting AI for a second. As with all of these tools, you've got to get the fundamentals right. So with a flash sale, there's different ways you can approach it. What I've done is come up with these frameworks so that it can run over maybe 3 or 5 days, and breaking down exactly what's in each email, what we're trying to kind of get across with each email, getting clear on your call to action, all those pieces. So those frameworks, which I've created over quite a few years of doing this, then become kind of plug and play. And so this is kind of where we're at pre-AI. When I was helping people, it's like, here's your strategy, here's your templates and your frameworks. You've got to go off and write them down. So the beauty of AI is that now we've got these pieces in place, we can get tools like ChatGPT to do the bulk of the writing for us, which is amazing. It speeds up the process, and it kind of, leaves you with some brain power for other stuff, because writing these things can be very kind of intensive and time consuming, right? And so using AI, using ChatGPT, here's how I'm doing it, and here's what I've discovered. So I take frameworks, so I've got them. But what we need to do is then do some layering inside ChatGPT itself. So the first step is to seed it with your voice. And this isn't foolproof. What I found is that it's good for a while, and then you kind of need to remind it of your voice. It's a fairly easy thing to do. I've come up with some prompts and some kind of workflows for this. So it's fairly straightforward. But you want to seed it with your voice so that it starts talking like you, writing like you. Then you want to do what I call the offer audience match. So if you think like ChatGPT is kind of like an empty vessel in a way, and you've got to fill it up with all the right sort of information so that it knows what it is that it wants to write in the path. I think this is kind of what people forget. They think that because it's so clever, because it's kind of so automated, that it's a mind reader, and it's not. You don't want to treat it like a mind reader. You want to treat it the same way you would treat someone you are hiring to write for you. You need to give them the information so they know it's right. So we seed it with these pre-prompts that I call your offer audience match. And so I've got a whole thing in my program where I kind of walk you through how to do that. And then when you've got those pieces in place, Then we go back to our copywriting frameworks, and I've created specific step-by-step prompts for each email. So going back to our example, we're doing a flash sales sequence. We're going to seed your voice. We're going to get ChatGPT clear on what the offer is and who it's for, the details of it, how long the sales for, what they're getting, all that kind of stuff. And then let's say we were doing a 4-email sequence. Each of those email frameworks I've now built out with specific engineered prompts for each email. So because, for example, you're running an email where you really want to focus on the transformation that your product or service gives, then the prompt that you're giving ChatGPT to write that email is different to one where you want to ask to write an email where it's talking about a specific struggle or a pain point, or a problem that you those are just 2 examples. So there's lots of kind of marketing angles you want to come at. And so what I've done is developed these email frameworks with the prompts that are specific for your marketing angle, for the psychology of a particular email. And so once you just layer all these on top of each other, voice, offer audience match, copywriting framework, and then the very specific engineered prompts, what happens now, it's like magic, is that you just copy paste it into ChatGPT and it starts writing these emails that sound like you and that are hitting all the right notes. And this is what I've been working on with my clients. This is what I've been putting together. And it is, on my side, it's a lot of work getting it to work. But then when I hand it over for them to do for themselves, it is really fast. It's really efficient. And there's a bit of tweaking that needs to be done. But on the whole, there's not that much work that needs to be done beyond just doing it and tidying it up a little bit. So anyway, I thought I would share that with you to help you understand how you can definitely use AI tools like ChatGPT to help you with your email marketing. It's not a push a button magic pill. Nothing ever is, no matter what people are trying to sell you. But by layering proven, timeless copywriting techniques, frameworks, and principles, and training the tool in a very specific way, you can get it to do that heavy lifting. Okay, I hope this